Hello everybody, Forest Month is here again. Today with another planet video, which is about comparing, it will be about small knife, comparing to have a fixed blade or blade, folding knife, and expensive or cheaper. If I mean cheaper, I do really mean cheaper. I don't mean some I don't want to say crap, but I mean really cheap stuff. You know, these knives. Each of these knives, which you will see today, I did a review for it or for them. For each of them, so you can see what the knife can do. But today I will compare them, and important is to see what I can do with a folder, because so many people says that it's always better to have a fixed blade than folder. And of course there's another way what to say about the knives. The more expensive is better, which I do mostly agree, but there is definitely a border what means the more expensive. It is about steel, about perfections, for any I mean sense of details, or there are some things which makes the knife simply looks more nice. I don't know how to say. For if I were to speak about the dresses, I will speak about fashion. So I'm talking about practical knives, not some just collector's knife, which are so pricey to use them, and because they're simply looks great, even if they are made from really great materials. This is not video about them. So what we will do today, we will delimp little really tiny branches, because these knives are really small. I can say the EDC version. So I think the longest one got about 4 inches blade, and we're going down. So that's why. And this is important, because of course if we will speak about the folder and fixed blade, and if we will speak about knives like this one, so I don't want to have folder, I don't know what folder it can be, but I will not talk about this way, because these knives in this size, it will be really better to have a fixed blade than a folding knife, even in same size, and of course similar weight also, because there are going really in the game some disadvantages of the folders, which we will speak about. So let's talk about them. Blackjack 155, Tops T4 tracker, Bark River Mini Aurora, and just one folder. I don't have many folders, but this is the cheapest one. As you know, Mechanic Hunter from Cold Steel. I like the knife very, because the shape, and this basically it is basically the biggest of them. You see, I will set the camera for it, but it is the biggest one, maybe even the heaviest, because the steel liners, and it is the cheapest one, and it is one folder. I do have just, I think, two another folders, if I will not count my Leatherman tool knife, and one is Emerson, and one is the Zero Tolerance. So all these knives are much more expensive than the Cold Steel Mechanic Hunter. So I will not use them, because they should be better than this one is. This is the cheapest one I do have. I don't have any more folders, because I really don't like much folders, even because they are usually more expensive than fixed knife made in similar size from same materials. Okay, let's adjust camera. Well, carry on. So this is line which leads from the biggest, second, third, as you can see, and the fourth. Of course, I put them in this line. So these two are very close in size. They, to be honest, looks, I think, same size. I can't see a real difference. And we got these two. As you can see, this one is about a half inch longer. If we will talk about the blade, well, we are not that far. As you can see, we got the length here, folder. If we set them in length of the blade, so this one is shorter, as you can see it, so the line is going basically this way, so this is the longest one in this size. If we will speak about the heaviness, this is the lightest. I think it will stay. I'm not sure now, because these two are very close in weight. They are grams. There are grams, which makes a difference there. So I believe this it will stay in this way. You can see details on each of these knives if you like to, but it's not really important. Important is, so this is AUS 8 steel. So this is the cheapest steel, if I say here, or maybe not, because this is 1095, so I don't know. These two are basically similar. This is one from the line, I think, baselines for rust resistant steels, as I know, because there is 440C, 420 HC and 440C AUS 8, and we are somewhere there. And then we go for 154 cm, which is today very like again used steel, especially for folders. And by the way, Bark River is using them much more now for their small knife. There is Adventure, I think Adventure 3 is made of it, and so many small knives is there. So as you can see, this like in this way. And of course CPM 3V steel, so this is the highest steel, if I can say it this way. About the grind, this is the hollow grind. This is kind of convex, but it is not convex like this one is. And this one, as you can see, this one has a really nice secondary bevel, which I reprofile it, and it is now kind of convex. It is not really done for 100%, but it is more convex definitely than before. There was a high secondary bevel. I spoke about it with the video about T4. So this one should be more slicey. Second, of course, this is pure convex. This is really nice, very slicey. And this one, in my eyes now, is the, if you say slicey, this is the last model from the slice ability from here. So this one should slice. I'll put it in this way. I'll put it in this way. This one are very close, and this one. So this is very slicey. These two are very close. A bit, in my eyes, a bit worse than this one, and this one is a little bit further. The compensation of it is the mass of 1095 high carbon steel, which makes this knife in this size more sturdy compared to the, for example, this knife or even this knife, because there is, as you can see, there is no really mass. This is saber grind. There is line, but it is really just few millimeters. This is 1.5. No, it's just 1.2 centimeter of full thickness, which makes this knife more sturdy. There is more durability. Important also here is, if we will speak about the price, and I will set the knives like in order, and I will try to make a space between or among the knives, among the knives, like a bit compare to the different in prices. So as you can see, because they are very close, these are very close in size, then we can skip, we can make a space because there is something, and we go this one. So I will do it. So there is space for some longer blades, and then we go this one. So I will do it this in the order of price. So go this one, we go try it. I will compare it, of course, in our currency, because I bought all of these knives in our currency, which should you know, it should be similar. Just in if you're buying these knives in US, you pay 40% less than we did, because the shipping, because the VAT, and because the customs fees. Okay, and we got so this one, as you can see. So this is the cheapest, sorry, the most of expensive of them, and as you can see, there is a way and space between prices between these two knives. This is you can buy nearly two of these for one, this nearly. And then we got similar, something like this one. There is space for these two, between these two knives, and you can buy, I think it's more, it should be like this one, because you can buy these two, definitely these two, for price of these. I'm not sure now with the scales or without the scales. That's important. I think it is without the scales. So without the scales, you can buy these two for the price of this one, but with the scales, you can go here. I hope you understand now what what I'm doing. Sorry, maybe it's not so is not the best way how to say it, but this one is a little bit like this one. So there is definitely space in price also between these two. It's not that close in price. So as you can see now, I'm trying to show you how expensive these knives. So if I say I can buy this nearly these for price of these two knives, one of this, about two knives this price of this, and this one, if I compare this one and this one, I can buy four and a half, maybe these, for price of this. And the one of the point of this video is, can this folder stand the same thing, same like using, or even hard using, compared to the size, of course, like the fixed blade, and can this AUS 8 steel stand the hard using compared to the size as a CPN 3V, so let's say some kind of super steel today. That's the point. Let's do it. Let's do it. I prepared some wood here. I will bit slice, I will baton very fast. I will try, because you can see all of these knives in separated videos, but comparing it could be maybe surprise for someone who is really thinking, okay, I need to buy really expensive knives to fulfill what I really need. Maybe yes, most of the time no. And do I really need to buy a fixed blade instead of folding knives because I want to fulfill some harder task? Well, that's a question, but especially we're talking about really hard built knives, which you can buy. Especially, I don't want to promote cold steel, because I'm not some super fan of cold steel, but they got so many, I think, good knives, and I count the Mechanic Hunter in between them, or among them. So let's start. Bit delimbing. This is really just a bit, because I just want to show you that even the small knives can do some annoying things if you do some work with small saplings, and you really need to do it. As you can see, you can do it. Even it can chop. See, that is just about 1 centimeter. So this is really nice. By the way, the wood is fresh, and it is not definitely something hard. I've got hardwood, dried wood here, so for you can see it in different way. But this is something for demonstration. Very good, because the wood is same for each of these knives. So what you can see here, you should see with the others. So this is some delimitability of Mechanic Hunter. I take Aurora, mini Aurora, which is also great. I need to hold it here, as you can see, like this one, and it is really working nicely. It's nicely. No issue. Someone says you should save your sharp edge, and don't do that. I seen a couple of videos. They use a baton to delimp these because you want to keep your knife sharp. Yeah, maybe I don't know. I'm not, you know, month in the wilderness where I really need to save the edge sharp as hell, because I am without the sharpening tool. I always have something with me, so there will be no problem. And especially with these steels, CPM3 should stay something. I mean, it should stay sharp after this soft wood using for, I hope, for a couple of days. Otherwise, there is no point to buy the steel. All right, and then we got T4 tracker. Now we are going to short blades, so it's a bit harder. I want to leave something for blackjack. So as you can see, each of these knives can do this small, tiny task nicely done. Maybe there is no reason why you do these things, but maybe there will be. But you can see what the knife can do now. Of course, there is, if you do the limbing here, the hook here is help, because it simply hook the branch here, and then if it slices out or just simply take it out some in this different way, I don't care, because it will do the job. That's important for me now. And we got the smallest one, blackjack 155. As you can see, this is sharp as hell. This is pure convex, and that's really. This could be way. I'm not saying this is the best way, but it is a safe way. The knife can turn here, and because you are here, so it can go, you know, over like this way. Anyway, you control it by the pressing of the thumb, so there is no really to be worried, no reason to be worried the knife will cut you. So as you can see, it will simply do the job nice and easy. There's no reason why, you know. Okay, we will do something, some tips, just how it slices. Beautiful, beautiful. T4 tracker. It's a bit harder, but the hook again helps. You can see here this like step. That's because the hook came in the game. It's just did it, but otherwise now it is doing nice job. It did something before, but now it's even better. Great. We got a little bit thicker the wood, by the way, but we got bigger knives. That's really, guys, what to say, this is really nice. That's beautiful, beautiful. this is the thickest wood. I mean, the piece is now thickest, but this hollow grind with a very sharp edge can't leave you in trouble. Simply, it's great folder. Nice one, nice one. Okay, so as you can see now, it is just very easy. That one was nothing. Just batoning through. This is about 1.5 inch. Perfect. It's no problem. That was the wood. Mini Aurora bark river. Perfect. Perfect. Nicely. That will be a bit complicated because tracker, if you do it in this way, probably you will not succeed, or you will, but it will more destroy. I will try. It will destroy it by the thickness than by the blade. Yeah, that's what I said. Yeah, this one happened. See that? This one happens because when this one, when it passed the full thickness, then it destroys the wood this way. So on the soft thin branches there's no problem. As you can see, it is not straight, as you can see it. That's because these steps here, and now I will do it with this nice belly, which I'm usually using for these always when I'm using the trackers. It doesn't matter which one. For the task, of course. So here, well, I'll try to find it. How it is. Yeah. So it is not in one piece, as you can see it from this way, but it is not that destroyed. And it is, of course, because the grind, the length of the grind here is still the same, in the same length, or very similar. Actually, it's a little bit longer. The angle is smoother than here, so that's why this one survives, if I will say in this way, more. But still, it will destroy the wood. The other knife was like slicers. This one was like an axe. And of course, we have got blackjack. Most. Yeah, that's different. Yeah, this one destroyed the wood also. Just in this way. Maybe because it is thinner now. Maybe I don't know. But as you can see, these branches are nothing for it. Okay. A bit. I will do it this way. There's another thing I want to tell you. Because the size and weight of these knives, I will not use always the same thickness or same materials. Yes, that's important. Same materials will be the same, but not the same thickness, or even there could be a little bit different in length, especially for these pieces for batoning. And it is because simply I will not use the small knife for task of bigger knives. You know, if I can choose, that's the point. So always, if I said, okay, I got a smaller knife, I will choose for the same purpose the smaller or thinner piece of wood. That's important. So someone says you can't do with the small knife the things which you can do with the big knives, and not vice versa, because with the big knives, you can probably don't want to do any carving. Maybe you can do it, but maybe you will cut yourself or stab yourself because for the heaviness and weight and whatever these. Yeah, you know what I mean. So I said you can't. It's not really true, but basically it is not practical and you will not probably use it. So that's the way. So what I do now, I will chop with this, but I will chop for the small thinner piece, And since I will go for the thicker pieces, then I will use the biggest knife or bigger knives of these four. That's important. So see, that's just, you know, just you see ability. These knives are not made for chopping, but for the ability of chopping for such a small knives. Still can do it. It's very light, very small. This is 7 centimeters blade, 3 inches exactly, but to the handle. So the real edge is 7 centimeters, so less than 3 inches. I think it was like that. Then this one is a bit heavier. Because, yeah, because the hawk, always the trackers do it. Nice, I'll try this one. If we are talking about, yeah, it's done. Yeah, so the tracker is definitely very nice chopper, even chopper for the really small size, because you can hang your even which one finger you want in this, let's say this index, and you can use it for the swinging, and it will really chop. It will really chop. It's nice. Okay. Now, sorry, mini Aurora. Actually, mini Aurora is light. It's really light. So it is not the best chopper, but because the grind and sharp edge and everything, it could chop nice. But you know, for the size, compare for example to tracker, I feel it a little bit worse than the tracker for the chopping. Even if this is better steel and everything, the T4 chops better, simply. And this one, just to the weight, this knife weighs definitely plus 50% of each of these. I mean, plus the Aurora, there could be definitely more percent, I say plus 50%, but Blackjack is lighter, the lightest, so that will be maybe plus 60% of it or something like that. Simply, this knife isn't light. This knife is really heavy. It's very heavy. I could say these two are a bit heavier than this one is. So just to compare. But this is what this knife is makes so sturdy. Why I really like it is this line of steel line. This is steel, guys. It's not some aluminum and whatever. This is steel. And if you chop with this knife and you do these all around things, which is not super to do it with the folder or any folder, you can simply use the iron key or hex. What is it there? No, this is Torx. So this Torx, and simply tidy it up, and you will be done. So just I can hook it here nicely. This is the thickest part. Yeah, for two swings, 2 chops each side. As you can see, it's equal. If you see it this way, and now you turn it in this way, and watch the top one, this one. So this one went into about half of the wood, maybe more because it wasn't here, and this one was over half. So this if you do just 1 and 2, you're done for this. Yeah, this is definitely 1.5 inch. Sorry, half inch. So as a chopper, this one, but yeah, I say for weight, but I forget to tell you something. You know, if we are talking about, you see the point of balance. So is here. So I think a little bit back when you hold the knife in this way is a normal way, and you still got the weight a little bit here somewhere, as you can see. So between these 2 fingers, which means there is not really weight in forward, as you can see. So when I'm chopping, there is, because the overall weight, but you got most of the weight here. You know, there is the point of balance. So if I'm swinging here, the point of balance is here, so it's not that far. So there is more swinging motion, but not too much weight in forward. Let's say if I take the tracker T4, let's have a look. So let's see, it is much more just compared to the cold steel, where cold steel got the point of balance here. So we are a little bit further, one finger, and when I move back, then I got the point of balance is here, so I got more chopping ability. But have a look for the size. Of course, because this knife is much more heavy and is longer, imagine if the tracker will be here, then of course there will be nothing to talk about, which will chop better. But this one is so sharp, and simply the edge bites the wood. So that was one from the magic, if I say. This what this knife is doing. Okay, it wasn't good. Some square notches. This could be all right. Square notch is just very fast. Help myself. I'll do it in practical way. I'll help myself with this. I will use it for each of these knives. So I will button a little bit through. Wow, it wasn't really straight. Need to fix it if I want. And it was really no problem, as you can see. Just, I was very fast. Yeah, sorry. This one I want. I do it very light because I don't want to chop off the wood. Sun wasn't really in right angle also. Very nice. There's no problem, of course. I didn't expect any problem. Tracker. This one will be a little bit interesting because for the tracker I need to use the draw knife, the flat part. Because if I will do it in this way, of course, it's hard to me to do the flat part or flat chop, and that's hard. I spoke about it about the trackers. That's one disadvantage for the trackers, because you can't do straight slice. Really. So this one seems straight. But for the rest of the job is quite nice. I'm using for this finishing job, I'm using this one. Of course, because it is tracker, I will do another notch here with using the saw. It's just because I got the saw, that's why it is there. So you see that? Now I just finish this one here. So that was the saw. You can see the cut is always clean. The wood is a bit destroyed here, but it doesn't matter because it is working. There should be 90 or kind of 90 degrees because there is the angle up. so it's not exactly 90 degrees, but the saw is working nicely. And it's hard to hold it because it is tiny, so it's hard to hold it in this way with so tiny knife. But if it will be piece wood with the bigger tracker, then these movements will be, of course, more easy. But you know, this is advantage for the tracker. You can do these notches faster, and of course you don't need any another tool, which could be important. Last but not least, as we say, blackjack. Guys, this is nice slicer. Wow, this convex, this works absolutely great. I wish to have that convex on the T4 tracker. That will be really beast. Well, that's nice. So it was this one was the Cold Steel Mackinac Hunter. This one was Mini Aurora Bark River. These two was from Topps Tracker T4. This one without the saw, just slicing. This one with the saw, and this one was the Blackjack 155. Great. All of them is nothing. I didn't expect they failed. You know. Okay, carry on. Now we are going a little bit to harder tasks. This is the same wood, but as you can see, this is definitely 1 inch, maybe more, so twice thicker than this one is. I will try to go through by batoning, of course, with each of these knives. I will start with the smallest. I'm out of the knot now. I'm not in it. This knife bites in, guys. That's really nice. Compare the side. This is really full thickness of the blade. Beautiful. For those 3 chops, I think. Same wood, but with this tracker, I'm in the knot from this side, but I don't care because I know the trackers. Not true. You know, see that? I'm not saying I'm chopping the wood exactly, but you can see it here. Yeah, it chops nice. But it doesn't matter. I need to go through, but you see that it went here and just a couple of these. And the bonus of the tracker is, I think that's their bonus anyway. The bonus of the tracker is the white portion. If you use this one correctly on each of trackers, then you got the advantage because it slices. It is like an X, kind of X, and it slices the wood in this motion, like you will do this way, but with the normal chopping movement. So I'll just do this one. I don't want to promote T4. Just don't take me wrong. Just wondering, you know, what is nice. I'll chop through this. Let's say I want to go through this just with the chopping, so I'm not using baton. And this is green and soft wood, so I am not saying this is super. If you will do it with like seasoned dried wood, especially the hardwood, then you will struggle. Of course, I'm not talking about that. So it's simply, you can do it with such a small knife. It's you know, compared to, I said I got small hand, so small hand, as you can see. Okay, carry on. Aurora, mini Aurora, always saying Aurora, I forget that there is Aurora. Yeah, it wanna go through. I will not hesitate to go through if it wants to go through. Nice, beautiful. And of course, I really love the Machina Hunter from Cold Steel. Even better. So that was very easy. So you can see it can do this. All of these knives, it doesn't matter which size. You can baton a little bit more with the smaller. You need to use 2 more, say 3 swings with this, which gives you 5 seconds more to prepare this one, which I count as a nothing. You know, to split kind of wood, I will not split this soft wood. I got here now. We are going to game. So set it in order, in weight, in length. Now I got prepared these wood. This is hard wood, seasoned wood, as you can hear. It's not crap, not any crap. Now I'm in what I said before. I will use these 2 big for the bigger. It is same wood. This is same wood. No, it is not same wood. I forget. No, this is harder wood. This is harder wood. This is a bit softer wood, but it's much more thicker. Sorry, and sand dried. So I will use this one. I will use it in this order. So the hardest piece will be for the Machina Hunter. The second hardest will be for the Aurora, mini Aurora, and as you can see here. So the thinnest, but is a bit longer. You can see it's a bit longer, about 1 inch longer. It will be for the blackjack. So if these knives can baton through this, I will not use these for batoning through. I chose the dried wood because of course it shows the more ability because it's dried. And second thing is I will do this one only for if I want to have dry wood for small kindlings, dry kindlings actually. That's important. So if I use this one, that's why I'm doing it only for this one. I will not use especially these knives for splitting, I mean batoning these woods just for fun, because I can't see reason. Of course maybe I will do, say, want to make a spoon or something, but that will be softer wood, maybe birch or something like that. So I will use this one for it now to get in. Start here. So 1, 2, 3. Yeah, a couple of knots. So I will use the hard way through these knots, but of course I read what the wood can do, so I can use this way because I'm thinking, I use my brain, or I can use this way. As you can see here, it's a bit damaged here, so because I want to show you the harder way with this folder, but I don't want to go out of this because this is nice in the middle. It is a bit dried here, so I will use what the wood offers me, but it will be not the easy. It is not that easy, so I don't care. I don't take it as a cheating, because as you can see here is nothing like that. So it starts, finish somewhere here, so I need to pass two knots. Well, I wonder for myself, it is not the best way. there is 3 headlock. Definitely better use it here. So this is the hardest test I did with this knife. I hope it will succeed. And here, cracks of the wood. What I tell you now is a bit bouncing because this is really hard and it's steel, so it's bouncing into my finger, so it's not comfortable. I'm not saying it is comfortable, definitely not. I'm out of real edge. I'm on the doors. No. There. So this is the hardest test I've first done with the knife, and I think I've ever seen. As you can see here, there is a way, but I am here where the knot is, and it is definitely not so clever, so I will not recommend this to do this one, especially not with any folders. I mean every folder, sorry, because I'm trusting the knife. We'll see what's gonna happen. Stick it there. I can't go through with some way. Can't go through. There's nothing really wrong. I can see. Finally. Wow. So that was the hardest test. See, I went through this knot. That was what was the problem. So, and this one is hard wood, guys. Oh god, that was a really hard test. To be honest, I didn't expected it. So let's check it out. Seen nothing wrong with the edge. Nothing wrong with the blade overall. No some hard playing. So maybe it was there before. I'm not sure. Maybe it wasn't there because the blade is a bit moving, but it's that bit that it could be before. I don't know. Oh guys, wow, I'm surprised. So what I want to do, I will split this half in one more, because I will do kindling. That's the point. As I said, that was the reason why I did it. So I'm using this one now. So that one was, of course, more easy. As I said, nothing wrong. So now I will do the kindlings. This knife, I think, can't strike ferro rod anyway, but I don't care. It's not important now, because when I got ferro rod, I got striker with it. There is not 90 degrees angle. I'm not sure, but I think so. Oh, but no. There is 90 degrees angle on the spine, so I can do it. Just to imagine That's why I did it. You know, this was the point. Otherwise, I will not do this one. But that one was the point. Let's say it was just the way how to get dry kindlings. If I do this one with such dry and hardwood, and so there is no reason to don't trust the knife. So I'm just did it. I can go through. Okay, I will do over top after that. So that's Machina Hunter passed it. I can say it's a little bit brutal than I didn't expect it. I don't expect this one, but it was great. Well, let's say Mini Aurora. So fixed blade in similar thickness. By the way, this is I think 3 millimeters. This should be 3 millimeters also in thickness. It's a really hard wood. I feel resistance, so that's why I'm not rushing. I leave time for the wood. See the cracking. Maybe here you hear the cracking. Maybe not. But yeah. So my patience was I don't know how to say. I get something for the patient. It means I wait for that. I heard the cracking, so I wait just 2-3 seconds, and the wood was opened itself more, so I just did it more easy. So this one shouldn't be a problem because of course I'm there. So just same thing like with the Machina Hunter. So CPM 3D. You can do it definitely. So this is dried hardwood. That's why I'm doing this one a bit more. Yeah, definitely nice. Now default tracker. Wow, that was nice. Came in, you know, the grind here did it. You always do the job here because it is kind of like I said, it's like small axe. You know, when you bite in, you put the pressure and power. Even I mean, if you're chopping with it, then it simply go in like an axe. So I didn't expect. Yeah, very easy, very easy. Well, maybe this one will be the problem of this knife because this is not that slicer. So as you can see, I'm using this belly for it because it is the best way in my eyes. Yeah, it can do it. It can do it. Even this wood is more harder than that before. It asks you to be more understanding the tracker use than with a normal knife. Beautiful, beautiful. And of course we can try these kindlings what the hook offers here. It is not that easy with the hardwood, of course, but I'm not doing it in this way. So the wood is too small, too short. I mean, I want to do it here and not slice myself, but don't want to destroy the shirt. But you can do you can do with it these small kindlings. You know what I mean. So if I will carry on, I will collect these and start the fire. So for the splitting, definitely. For the slicing with this part, of course, I will try the draw knife. And now the draw knife can do it better than it was before. Yeah. So my work on it got something back. Slicing ability also nice. So okay, T4, great. Well, and the last one is of course the, I'll do it in this way. I will move more here for the full thickness. Well, yes, nice. It seems true, of course, because that convex. 2, 3. Now I just use the baton, not power, just the weight of the baton stick. So this just, it was great. Well, some kindlings. Wow, this one won't bite in. Wow, I need to control it more. Yeah, this one won't bite. There is also not, so I don't have so much space for it, but well, you can see, great, it was great. Just, yeah, this is something nice. Wow, wow, this is great slicer. I don't did it with the tracker, just how this is used. Use this one. So it is hard to use to hold it here. So I need to press. I need to press the blade down. Well, so in this task, especially with the dry wood, I think the T4 loses. T4 isn't that good for these slices, for this hard dried wood, because as I said, it's kind of axe grind, so it's not that smooth, it's not sliced that deep, and the holding here it is not great as you need for it to ideal will be here to grab it here and use it as a normal way, but the knife, when I slice, see the movement, and it is not because I got a weak wrist, but because the knife is doing this one, because there is sorry, it's not because I'm holding the knife like this one, I got a weak wrist. It is because I have nothing to grab here, so that's why the knife moved. When I hold the knife in normal position, then of course it works much better. So, but this is more comfortable, but for the knife this is not the best way. So this knife needs to be used a bit different way. Okay, final. I'm not talking about the sheets, just talking about the knives, as I said. So we set them back in the price. The most abused knife was, as you can see, was this folder, and it held up nice and sharp with because so many people says, and I spoke about it in some different video where was my SOG knife, Trident, my old one, which has the Hollow grind also. So many people says that the hollow grind is shit because you will destroy and dull easy, or maybe it chips or whatever. Yeah, definitely somewhere, but not on these. Not on the SOG as I got, not on this knife. It simply helps. It changed the full thickness very fast to nice sharp edge, and it stands up. As you can see, this one is really thin. This is like razor. You know, this is really thin, guys. This is, I don't know how many. This is 2 millimeters maximum. I think less than 2 millimeters thickness here, more. Sorry, less than 2 millimeters, definitely. But it does up. You've seen that batoning for the hardwood through the knots. That was really hard. So this is great knife. And if you choose the knife in these conditions, I mean, you understand what do you want from the folder. There is not a rule that folder or fixed blade will excel the folder. That's not true. As you can see here, it's nothing true. You need to choose right folder. You need to know what you want. That's important. uh, the back of this what I'm saying now is the many folders are more expensive than fixed blades. That's unfortunately true. So you need to choose wisely, more wisely, because as a just generally, yeah, if you take any folder with any fixed blade, I mean, compare somewhere in the size and steel, etc., then probably fixed blade will be better. But of course, for carry, even this is the smallest one, this is much bigger. Even this one is more heavier, but to stick it in the pocket, this is, you know, this is, and you don't need extra weight of sheet anyway. So that's another thing, that's another important thing. So definitely in this, as you can see, there's not really 100% true the fixed blade will excel a folder. That's not true. That's not true. Just you need to choose wisely. And second thing uh, is really important to have really expensive knife. This version is about 250 US dollars. This is 250 US dollars DLT, I think. 250 US dollars. That's very expensive, very expensive. This one was 70, as I remember. I can't tell you now, but I think this one was 70 US dollars. This is 100 US dollars. This is, I don't know now, 120, I think 124, but I'm not sure. So as you can see, these are far away from this knife. And is this knife so excellent, so good, so whatever you imagine, then these? I don't think so. I don't think so. Each of these knives is great, and for the cheapest price out of these, you can get excellent knife. You can get excellent knife, even folder. If you want to have something like this one, 154 cm on some good steel, there is plenty options which are cheaper than this one is, and which will be probably in same good, because I can't see situation where you can say, okay, I got this one made of say 154 cm, so let's say uh, less good steel than CPM 3Bs, and it will be, say, you know, similar weight, some kind of knife like this one made of this less good steel, and it will be, say, in half price, so let's say 120, similar like this one. So will this one really that good than this one was from 154 cm? I don't think so. I don't think so. Seems to me, I like Bark River. As I said, I like their designs, their convex grinds, and everything. But it seems to me they are a bit overpriced. If you think that my tracker Bark River tracker was for 350 US dollars, and this is for 250. That's huge. That's a huge knife, guys. That's a huge knife like this one. maybe less. You know what I mean? But the mass, this quarter of an inch A22 steel, simply. You know, if someone says CPM 3V is expensive steel, yes, definitely. But what about this kind of piece? This is just piece of that. And then you see mass of material of A22 steel. I don't think that that piece A22 steel was even cheaper than this one is. I think it was more expensive than piece of this steel. I know some prices of steel, so definitely I don't think so. And there was big micarta handles, nice handles, premium, not the baseline. And it was only 100 US dollars only. It was less than plus 50% of price of such tiny knife. In my eyes, even the Bark River is making nice knives and the gray materials, etc. They are overpriced. It's my point, my opinion, because you can see there is many. This one was made probably with the Bark River, so it's blackjack, but I think it's made in Bark River anyway. So you can buy these and another many great knives for cheaper price. Say I'll stay somewhere in 120, so half price of these, and you get maybe same quality or very close quality. You can't find a different, even if you use it in such a strong, I could say, idiot's way. Then you can destroy, of course you can destroy this knife also, because it is 3 mm three blade. So that's it. Sorry, that was really long, but it was about 4 knives actually. So see you later. Have a nice time. Bye.